Hi guys! It's been a while since I made a video. I don't think I've made a video about books since January, and that's actually been really difficult for me. Originally it was just because my phone had this memory issue and I couldn't film anything. At Easter I got a new phone, but since then things have kind of been just piling up on me, and every weekend I've been like, I must film, and there's been anxieties or issues or work stuff that's kind of just got in the way, and I've somehow been unable to make videos. And so this weekend, it's strange because it feels like this weekend is the climax of all the issues that I've been having at work. Work has been very difficult for the last couple months. We've had a student die, we were expecting Ofsted to turn up at any point, and we've had massive staff restructures, including the TA structure, which I'm a part of, and that has meant everybody has to reapply for their jobs. And I found out this week I didn't get the job that I wanted, but I've been offered something much lower, really, which I'm still unsure how I feel about, but the kind of stress that's gone along with all this, and trying to support students and carrying on with the library project and doing all this extra research and training, and is just it's been very much a very difficult year, I think, so far. But yeah, so life update is a bit rubbish at the moment. I'm still kind of teetering around what I'm going to be doing with my future and how I feel about that, and trying not to freak out in the best way possible. I am looking forward to the summer holidays, which is maybe the first time I've ever looked forward to a summer holidays since I was like at primary school, which is crazy. I want to get a lot of writing done. I've been working really hard on replotting my novel and actually doing it in a kind of structured way. I'm not very good at structure. I tend to just free write and go with it and go where my characters go and see what happens. But I have been writing this book for 6 years now, and I know this story so well, and the only thing stopping me from writing it is the niggly little details that I just don't know well enough, or are somehow difficult. I don't know why they're difficult, because they've been in my head for so long they shouldn't be difficult. So I really want to get a complete first draft done by the end of the summer, and I've been saying this for years, but this summer, I would really love to get it done. And yeah, so writing has been a really big thing. I've also been researching this other new novel idea. I've been restraining myself from actually writing it because I feel like I need to focus on my first novel first, and then this can be my reward when I finish first draft, is to then leave it for a while and go on to something new. However, I have been reading a lot. I kind of titled this as a reading update, but I haven't mentioned books so far, but I've read a lot of books since January. I've nearly read 40 books, and it's been a big muddle of genres. I've read a lot of children's books because I've been joining in with the primary school book club on Twitter, which is fantastic. If you don't know about it, I'll link it down below. And it's been really great to be part of a community that really cherishes children's books as much as I do, and seeing the enthusiasm of all these staff members in different schools and things like that, where in my school I feel like I'm the only person who is passionate in this way, and it's quite difficult so far to fight this. I'd say there's a big negativity towards reading in my school, which comes a lot from the staff members and this historic lack of successful readers in our school, I think. As a deaf school, deaf kids do find reading very challenging, which is why my passion to do this library for them is such a big drive for me at the moment, because I feel it is one of the biggest stepping stones that they really need. But back onto my reading, my personal reading. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of children's books. I've also been reading a lot of fantasy books. There's a few NetGalley books in there that I've been reviewing. I read a friend's book which will be published very soon in September, which I'm so excited to tell you about. I've already written a review for this one, which I'll link down below on my blog. but I also want to make a video review of it because I loved it so much and I think everyone should read it and it's fantastic. I've also been very interested in eco-fiction at the moment, which I think has been renamed since I studied it at uni. I did a module at uni on eco-fiction and eco-writing, and I think overall it was called eco-criticism, so there's this whole eco thing going on. But I think now the term seems to be cli-fi, which is, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I prefer eco-fiction as a term, so I've been very interested in that because it's really quite annoying actually. I've got a new story idea for a children's novel which is very environmental, and yeah, so I've been kind of researching it and picking up all these books that I think, oh, that sounds similar to my idea, and none of them have been at all similar to my idea, which is great, but it's given me a lot to think about, and researching what other people are doing with the genre is really interesting for me. So those are quite a few things that I'd like to make videos about in the next hour probably, because I feel like I'm going to make a lot of videos all at once and then get back into it a bit more slowly, so I've got lots to edit, and then I can start making videos more regularly and hopefully that will get rid of all the anxiety, fingers crossed. But yeah, so that's positive in a way. Reading has been quite life-saving for me recently, definitely this year. I feel like without reading I have been very lonely, I guess, whereas all these books and being able to talk about them, I haven't been talking about them here, but I have been talking about them on Twitter and with friends, and that's been really, really helpful. So yeah, but I really do miss making videos, and my blog's been going a bit better, so I feel like maybe it's like the juggling act. While I was doing good at Booktube, my blog was suffering, and while I've been doing well on my blog, my Booktube channel has suffered, but I'm hoping to balance it a bit more in future. So this was just really a short update on why I've been absent and all the muddled thoughts in my head currently. Yeah, so currently I've just finished The End We Start From, which was a little bit disappointing in some ways, but I will talk about that soon. Next book I think I'm going to read, possibly The Wren Hunt by Mary Watson. This was recommended to me by a bookseller in Waterstones, Exeter, because I'd read Maggie Stiefvater's Raven Boys series. Raven Cycle, I think, and I really enjoyed it. There were a lot of flaws with it, and it was really strange because there was so much that I could pick about it that was like, what? But I loved it anyway. There was just so much fun involved, and I love the magic of it, and ley lines have been, or ley lines, I don't know. It's one of those words that I've only ever read, so I don't actually know how it's pronounced. But anyway, ley lines have been a thing I've been interested in for a long time. They're kind of a part of my novel, but I've kind of subverted them in some ways, so they're more linked into the world theory of my world rather than how they work in this world, I guess. But this book is also about ley line magic. I don't know much about it, but the bookseller said it was really fantastic, and it's a new book. I haven't heard anything about it at all, Booktube or Twitter or anywhere, so I'm looking forward to getting to that one and sharing my thoughts with you. Other than that, I think that's possibly all I've got to say. This has not been a short update, oh well. I'm not very good at rambling and being concise or structured, so sorry I've been bouncing around a bit, but I don't like putting these kind of things on the beginning of videos about other things, so I kind of thought I have a lot to say, I'll just shove it all in one video and kind of go from there. So my next video, which I'm planning to film right after I finish this one, will be about some of the children's books I've been reading recently and really enjoying, or not so enjoying. Yeah, it's nice to be back, it's great. If I've lost quite a few people, but if you're still following me, thank you! It's great that you're still here, and yeah, I'm hoping to make more content and be a bit more regular and positive, and books. I've got so many books to talk about, it's ridiculous. I haven't rated one book this year 1 star, not one, but I've read lots of 5-star and 4-star books, so I have so much to talk about, it's great. But yeah, over and out, goodbye!